footballers, and welcome back to the Director of Football's Journeyman. We continue as the Ghent manager, and in the two games we're going to be playing today, we are playing Royal Antwerp in the Cronky Cup 7th round, which I would have thought would have been an easy game, but we played them not too long ago and it didn't go the way we wanted it to. And in the league we're going to be playing against Beerschot. So since you were here last, which was the cup game, did you see Zulte Waregem? I feel like you didn't. Anyway, we beat Zulte Waregem 2-0, then we lost to Antwerp. Not a great game, to be completely honest. Then we beat Chiaroli 2-1. As you may remember, Sanyak is playing for them now. We managed to do the business against them. I was delighted. Then against Morsgren, we beat them 4-3, but only because Diallo scored a 93rd minute winner. Also, his fourth of the game. Then against Oostende, beat them 3-2. Had a player sent off in the 94th minute. As you can see, an awful lot of these we were going up 2-3 goals, and then it was coming back to 1-goal victories, which worried me a little bit. We were still on a winning run, so it was fine. Then against Leuven, beat them 3-1. Definitely picked up. We were an awful lot better in that game. Then against Genk, 3-1. Oh. Beat Genk beautifully. And then against Excelsior, we beat them 4-0. We were so much better than them. So I'm hoping that the Antwerp game is going to be just a demolition. I would love a demolition job. I wish we had this kind of form back when we were playing Vitesse, but it was not to be, unfortunately. For this game, this is how we're lining up. We have had a little bit of a change tactically. We're going for a deep lying playmaker and a Mazzella, with a complete forward as well instead of the advanced playmaker. Whatever's going on with the current update, I feel like 4-2-3-1's not working as well as it used to. So we're playing 4-2-4. But we have Hector in goal. Coppins, he's really come on as the right back. I did say in the last episode he was going to be our starting right back. He really has taken that position and made it his own. We have Roberto on the left, De Greci and Sergio as our centre backs. Just giving Everett a bit of a rest. He's played pretty much every game and he deserves a bit of time off. Hector's only started because he's bitching about not getting enough first team football. Then we have Fofana and Sidige as our central midfielders, Decker and Barashi as our widemen. I only played Barashi because he made his international debut and he's played quite well. Scored twice in the last game, I think. And then Diallo and Jax up front. Sacramento has been in relatively good form. Unfortunately, Thiago Rodriguez, who's been playing as the complete forward and been scoring lots of goals, has been injured for the last couple of matches, so he's going to be sitting this one out. De Ruyter has been injured as well, so we've been lacking strikers a little bit, as you can tell by the fact that Jax is starting and he's an attacking midfielder. He's playing as a striker. Just shows I'm not really into how well Sacramento's been fine when he has played, but he's just been most of the time. So I've decided to just pop in Jax up front and see what he can do, because complete forward, he is quite good at it. So I'm just going to let him do what he just do what he's meant to do. I am going to just change some of the opposition instructions, because our assistant, depending on who we're playing, if we're playing a team that are below us or aren't as good as us in the league, he does kind of say, oh, we'll just leave them do what they want. You know, we're not going to push any players or anything like that. I do like to close the goalkeeper down, and I like to make sure that we're pressing that we're keeping an eye on their strikers, because a lot of the time we do struggle when we don't have the strikers under control, obviously, because if they're left to kind of do what they want, then we're obviously going to struggle. Diallo almost gets in, but Jax manages to score from the Barashi pass. That all started because of Diallo picking up the ball, taking a shot, or trying to take a shot, but then picking it back up. Barashi gets it to Jax, and Jax puts it past the keeper. Their right back, I noticed at the start, is struggling. Really not. I wouldn't think that it would be a good idea to start a right back who's so very tired, but what do I know? Roberto gets the ball forward to Barashi. Jax. Put Jax on. Jax will score. He was very good as the advanced playmaker last year. Like I said, since the update, the attacking midfielder doesn't seem to be as involved, and when they're involved, they're not really doing an awful lot. So play him as a complete forward, and he's doing bits. So they're going to have to take their right back off, and one of their centre backs looks like he's picked up a knock more than his condition just kind of dropping over time. We probably shouldn't have played a full strength side for a cup game, but I do want to make sure that we get through. Yeah, go and media things. Do media things. Make the media realise you're good footballers. Deckers is the worst player on the pitch for us at the moment. So there is... Ligeti is on the bench. So we could bring Ligeti on for Deckers, or we could put Jax there and bring Sacramento on to play up front. We shall see. There's always an opportunity to make decisions. They took off the centre back that had low condition, but they've left the right back on. That's an interesting tactic. Obviously, they don't think that Barashi is enough of a threat down the left side. Their striker managed to beat the offside trap and did quite well to score against Hector. Alright, let's bit of creativity. Roberto to Barashi. Back to Roberto. Roberto's going for a run. He's going for a proper run. Barashi. Straight at the keeper. Diallo with the corner. The guy say, keeper gets down to save it. That was a very good save by their keeper. Barashi dinks it across, and it looked like it floated over Deckers, but he somehow managed to turn it into the back of the net. I don't know how that happened. We have to see this again. So Roberto with the free kick sends Barashi down the wing. Barashi puts it across, and Deckers, he didn't touch it. He literally didn't touch the ball, and it went into the back of the net. Good job, buddy. I like it. I'm going to take Barashi off and just give him a rest, because he is probably... Yeah, he's 72%. He's quite tired. Sergio's going to come off as well. I'm going to bring on Dosso. Dosso's not really a ball-playing defender yet. He's training to do it. He's just not capable of doing it as of right now. And of course, Degrassi picks up a knock. Potential foot injury, so he's going to be... It's not a red injury, so there's a chance that he's not going to be out for very long. I might actually just take him off. But he's coming back. He's Wolverining. He's fine. Varakin, the Gresse head that looked like it was going to be stopped for a penalty or a free kick, with the way it kind of jittered. But all's well that ends well, I suppose. They did eventually take that right back off. I was wondering, because I didn't see his name, but I was like, maybe they just moved him further up the pitch. Hector gets a 7.5 for that. Ooh. Jax did have a very good game there, to be fair. Getting a double. A sweet, cheeky little brace. I'm curious to see the Gress's injury, if it's going to be a long one. I don't think it will be. It's probably going to be like a bruised ankle or something, because he did recover relatively quickly. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. We do have an awful lot of players, clubs interested in our players. So I do feel like in January we might be losing some of our players, because it's all players with release clauses. So like Jax with his 23 million release clause, there's a lot of big clubs looking at him. Same with Boban. A lot of big clubs, well, not big clubs, Copenhagen and is it AIK in Sweden are looking at him. I've set anyone who's got a release clause, I've set their value to whatever the release clause is. This is taking far too long. Right, we will be back for the Bear Shot game in just a second. So don't go anywhere. We will be back for that. Right, back now for the game against Bear Shot. As you can see, 5th currently in the league, but a win, I was going to say it could put us 2nd. It's not going to. Our goal difference is so very bad. A win should put us into 4th, I think, maybe 3rd. But this is how we're lining up. Not too many changes. Actually, I'm going to... Dryson goes in goal. I just want to give Dryson a chance. I think Bear Shot's a good game to give him. He has played more games in the league than Hector has. Everett comes in because where is he? DeGrasse picked up that bit of a knock. He's still a little tired, so it's going to leave him sit this one out. Lingetti is going to start on the right. Deckers drops to the bench, and other than that, I think we are starting as we finished as we were. De Ruyter's going to sit on the bench as well, because I think he needs a bit more game time. So I might try and get him on at some point. He is being chased by quite a few clubs at the moment. Then again, all our players are really. We're a club that is probably going... What's going on with my mouse? Where's my mouse gone? Okay. A lot of our players are wanted by not just big clubs, but a lot of clubs in our league as well. Keroli are trying to sign pretty much everyone in our team. It's madness. I don't know what they think they're doing, but they just want everyone. And but so far they're the only ones that are looking like they're going to be offering the release clause for Jax, which is something that we haven't even had a news article about him being, about anybody even getting close to his release clause. Anybody who's watching or not watching and just listening, Diallo almost got a goal there, but the keeper managed to get a hand to it and pushed it behind for a corner. Nothing else has really happened. We'll take the assistant manager's advice and go for a more direct style of play. We don't seem to be breaking Bear Shot down, and Roberto kind of, I don't know, was he trying to block the ball or was he trying to tackle the player? But it didn't work. Dryson comes out, grabs the ball, fairly easy. We've a lot of players standing around our box. A bit of creativity, lads, come on. Coupons with the long throw, it gets cleared. Everett picks it up. The Coupons, Fofana, Everett gets to Brashi, and then Jacques puts it wide. Oh, I was full sure that Jacques was going to score there. Again, Bear Shot have a player who's down on condition. I don't think he started unless one of our players went in hard on him. Coupons with another throw. Keeper gets to this one. But we have... Is that Jacques? Yeah, Jacques is kind of standing in front of him. He threw the ball at this player and hit him in the back. And luckily for him, it went to one of their other players. They've managed to boot this one clear. Coupons to Fofana. Lenghetti. He's on a bit of a run. And then 2 players to his left and just decides, no. We'll just boot it at the keeper. Roberto actually takes this one down. Normally he just heads it away. Everett back to Dreisen. Sergio. Everett. Back to Dreisen. It's been a very boring first half. We've had a couple of highlights towards the end. Everett's put Diallo through and Diallo's hit the... How do you hit the woodwork? Coupons hasn't had a single cross make it to a player. I'm going to say I am far from pleased. Obviously enough, I'm not happy with how things have gone so far. Nobody's playing overly badly. Coupons is having a bit of a meh kind of game, but at the same time, Jacques is not having a great game either. Actually, just at the start of the second half, we do kind of need to, push on a small bit. Sadije runs with the ball, gone down the right. Diallo to his left. He's got plenty of men coming in the box. Lenghetti. Jacques. Yes. Jacques comes in a bit behind everyone else, but it works out perfectly for him. Sadike to Lenghetti. Jacques puts it across, goal into the back of the net. Bish bash bosh. Coupons with the throw. One of their defenders heads it away. Fofana. Barashi. Diallo. He's hit the crossbar again. It's the second time he's hit the woodwork. Bearshot come forward with the ball. To be fair, they've had a decent amount of possession. Lenghetti wins the stray pass. Again, runs past a bunch of players and just a very poor shot straight at the keeper. Lenghetti with the corner, gets cleared. Fofana can't get it back in, and the highlight ends. We are going to demand more. Coupons is going to take a throw. We're going to make a quick little substitution here. We're going to bring Verbeke on for Barashi. He's not having a great game. Diallo's not having a great game either. Don't really want to take him off. Fofana's not playing well, so we bring on Pavlov. We leave the final substitution for now. Lenghetti passes it to Diallo. Tripped, and that's the second yellow card for Lazaro. So they're down to 10 men. I don't know who they've lost. Do we get a penalty from a free kick? We've had 4 offsides. What are my players doing? We've had 3 clear-cut chances, 3 half chances that are 1 clear-cut. It looks like we're getting a penalty. Okay, yeah, penalty. Diallo's going to be taking it. Yeah, Diallo steps up to take the penalty. Not had many penalties this year. And he boshes it bottom corner. Tucks it home confidently. Get in. 19 for the season. He's on for a good season, it has to be said. Give the lads a bit of praise. Roberto to take the throw. Diallo heads it on. Jacques. Pavlov. He can score from there. Instead just kind of doesn't do anything. And then their strikers just left to run through. Dreisen says, no, not today. Coupons probably could do a coming off, but we're not going to because we don't really have anyone to bring on for him. Bring Doso on for Sergio. Because the Ivorian centre-back could be one of the best players at the team if we nurture him properly. He's just not really getting a look in at the minute. Same with Dreisen. Dreisen could be one of the best players at the club. So we're going to give him an opportunity to prove it. Pavlov. Sadige. Lenghetti. Of course he'd shoot it. The ball deflected off Pavlov. Verbeke puts it in Lenghetti. It gets cleared away again. Sadige. Diallo. Verbeke scores. That was a lot of craziness. Like Sadiga, keeper blocks it. Diallo manages to get there back to Linghetti. Linghetti shoots, keeper blocks it, but Verbeke slots it in. Get in. 3-0 against Beershot. We're starting to make back the goal difference that we lost. And we are up to third. We do jump ahead of Caroli, even though we're 10 goals worse off than them. I think it's because we beat them. And it goes head to head. That's my best guess anyway. That was delightful, lads. Linghetti, I didn't think he was going to be that good. I did consider taking him off. But he comes away with a man of the match performance. And we're up to third. Oh, Linghetti. Probably one of the least necessary players in the team. But he's just been quite good. We've scored 37 goals this year. We've scored 37 goals, but we've conceded 28. We're not doing all that well when it comes to defending. Cairoli have only been beaten once, and it was to us. Oh, of course it was. We are so much better than everyone else in this league. Diallo is now equal top goal scorer with Pereira. Sanyak is joint best goalkeeper. I don't think our goalkeepers are going to be pressing for that clean sheet this season, but it's fine. I'm not worried about it. When do we come back? Well, we drew Genk in the quarterfinal of the Cronky Cup, so that'll be an interesting game to be playing. I think we come back for probably Cairoli Muskron, because I don't want to do 2 Antwerp videos one after the other. I probably could have done Beershot and Westerlo, and that would have made more sense, because then we could have done the games directly after. We might come back just for the Cairoli game, depending on how busy we are in January, transfer-wise. I think the Cairoli game is probably the best one to come back for, anyway, because, they might have signed a couple of our players. We might get to play against some more of our players, because they did steal Sanyak from us. It's bastards. Centre history. They stole our best goalkeeper. We're gonna come in and we're gonna have to beat them again. So yeah, we'll be back, like I said, probably for the Cairoli game, maybe Muskron, depending on how busy the transfer window is. And it's not long till we get to the end of the regular season and play the Champions Cup thing that it splits, if we can stay within the top 6. I think we will. I'm pretty sure we will. Genk having a very poor season, didn't mention that, sitting in 11th, sacked their manager after we beat them. But I digress. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.